we're here. We're in the house. I'm in the attic. It's very echoey, but it is the least chaotic room right now. So at this very moment, it is 3 minutes to 3 in the afternoon on the 5th of January. Is it the 5th? Bloody hell. Today has been the first full day that we've actually lived in this house as our home, as the place we will be spending however much longer until our landlords kick us out. Luckily, the bulk of the move only took us 2 days to do. On the 3rd of January, we moved all the small stuff, boxes, small items that could be fit into my mum's car and driven up here. And on the 4th of January, we hired a removal company to come and get the rest of the stuff, plus any furniture we were taking with us. As suspected, we did have to downsize a little bit. We've had to get rid of some of our furniture because this is a smaller home than our apartment. And we brought our sofa up here optimistically thinking that it would fit, the sofa that's normally in the back of my videos. I don't know what we were thinking. It doesn't fit here. So we've now got to get rid of that. We paid to have that brought up here, and now we have to get rid of it. So that's fun. And on the topic of downsizing, I do have some bad news. It's a little bit heartbreaky for me. It's gonna be a little bit heartbreaky for you too, but it's okay. Like, it's not end of the world heartbreaky. It's just a little bit ouch. The animals are all fine, they've all come with us, they're all good. Ammonia is still fine, he's down in his bin cage in our bedroom temporarily, just because it's the only place we could put him right now with boxes and stuff everywhere. But the animal cages couldn't come with us. Which is, I'm still feeling that one. I'm processing. It's a lot. I did know from the moment we decided we were going to rent this place that there was no possible way that we were going to be able to bring both enclosures, because this place is just smaller than our previous home, and that's the simple fact of it. My rodent room here is less than half the size of my rodent room in the apartment, and because we have predator pets, I don't have any choice but to have my cage in an enclosed room with a door that can be shut so that they're obviously safe. I knew we weren't going to be able to bring both enclosures, and that hurt. But I was like, you know what? This is an awful situation anyway. We're being forced out of our home. We have to find a new home very quickly. We're making do with what we've got. We were very, very lucky to find somewhere so quickly. We can't complain about this. We just have to accept it's a cruddy situation. I have to say goodbye to one of my enclosures. That sucks, but that's the way it is. So I was like, I'll say goodbye to the test tube. Of course I'm going to keep the Petri dish because that's my favorite cage, and I'm never going to part from that ever. I was going to keep that thing until it fell to pieces. And then we got here and I realized that this is a very narrow place. The staircase is narrow, the doors are all narrow, and it's physically impossible to have gotten the Petri dish into this. It just couldn't be done. So yeah, the Petri dish is gone. It's actually gone. And unfortunately, because of the way that I built it, and because that cage has been taken apart and rebuilt so many times for various upgrades that I've done to it, there was no way that I could like take it apart, flat pack it, bring it, rebuild it here, because if it came apart one more time, that was it. It was not going to survive being dismantled again. I did manage to salvage one thing from that cage, because it was important to me. I salvaged the lid. I have the lid from the Petri dish with the swing open door. It's all still in one piece. I really had to, I attached that to the Petri dish a lot more securely than I realized that I had. So I really had to pull things apart to get that off, but I have it. We were able to get that here because once it's off, it's quite narrow. So my plan right now, since we still have the lid, is basically just to build another enclosure the same size as the Petri dish to go underneath that lid. But the one difference being, because I never liked how shallow the Petri dish was, so I'm going to take this opportunity to fix that and improve that, and I'm going to make a deeper, I'm going to make the Petri dish but deep, basically. It'll be kind of the same, but kind of different because it's not the Petri dish. And I won't be rebuilding the beaker because that took so much time to do all the little hamster faces and stuff. Ammonia is doing just fine though. He's living in his 450 bin cage, which, to be honest, even if I'd managed to get the Petri dish over here, I still would have kept him in his bin cage because he's got to a point in his life now where all he does is sleep, eat, drink, and then sleep again, because he's old, he's frail, he's tired, he's pretty much retired himself from life, and he's just kind of existing right now. The other animals are doing all right. Bertie's sat here on my lap purring away. He's settled really well. John's been very confidently exploring the house, As he does. He is quite a confident dog though, so that's not surprising. We were only really worried about Elizabeth and Rodney because both of them have anxiety issues, and moving is stressful for everyone, including animals, especially animals, because they have no idea what's going on and you can't explain it to them. We brought all the pets over with us last night. We set the cats up in my office, put them in their travel boxes, just took the doors off and gave them their own space and their own time. They had their litter trays and their toys and all their comforts in there. Elizabeth was still in the travel box when we went to sleep, which isn't surprising because she's extremely nervous. She's our most nervous animal. But when we woke up this morning, she was up here in the attic hiding behind, you can just about see there's a piece of wood there leaning against the wall. She was hiding behind that. So we brought all the cat toys, creature comforts, there's a litter tray there, food and water, everything's been brought up for her, so she had nice stuff up here. And she spent most of today hiding behind that bit of wood, not coming out. And at some point she got brave and came down the ladders and hid behind the ladders for a bit. Then she scooched over into the bathroom, which is right next to the ladders, hid behind the toilet. And now I think she's in the bedroom hiding behind some boxes. She has not explored downstairs yet. I think it's going to be a few days before she has the confidence to venture down there, but that's fine. She's taking everything in her own time. We're not going to rush her. We also had a few problems with Rodney, but again, we did kind of expect that because he's a nervous animal. So we brought him over last night, immediately discovered he was scared of the staircase, but we couldn't leave the dogs downstairs last night because he also didn't like that we were on a different floor and he couldn't see us, so he was whining, which is a problem because we don't want to disturb the people next door, particularly at night, particularly on our first day here. Right now, as you may be able to hear, no sounds. And this is amazing because this morning you couldn't even go up to the first floor and leave him on the bottom without him crying. I'm now up in the attic. I'm at the highest point. I'm as far away from him as I can be. He's not making a sound. So the fact that he's figured out so quickly that going upstairs doesn't mean going away forever is great. I think he's going to settle much more quickly than we anticipated, which is wonderful. So that's the update I have for you right now, and I will continue to keep you updated as things progress. I don't actually have any internet here right now, and it's probably going to be a while before I do, so I've got to go down to my mum's house down the street in order to upload videos. So if I'm not very frequent with uploading, don't be surprised, because when have I ever been frequent? What are we talking about? Why am I even preparing you for that? We're probably not going to get internet in here until like February time, because it takes like 3 weeks before anyone comes to install it. My camera battery ran out and I cannot be bothered to go all the way downstairs to find the box where my spare battery is. So I'll just say goodbye to you on my cruddy phone camera. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry this is a bit of a weird update. Sorry things are just weird at the minute. This is a lot. This has been a strange experience. And yeah, hopefully stuff will start to get back to normal soon once we've settled in. Don't forget to come follow me on Instagram if you want behind the scenes stuff, because I've been posting a lot on there. And in the meantime, I'll see you whenever I see you. Bye. I know I've already said goodbye, but I want to add one more thing, because after I did the mini house tour over on my Instagram stories, I had a bunch of people in my DMs giving suggestions for what we could do with the attic space. In our previous home, my office/rodent room was also our art room, sewing room. It had loads of different purposes, and it was always a mess because of that. So we're going to put a lot of those activities and stuff up here. And this is going to be our activity space. But there were people in my DMs giving suggestions for what could be up here. Like people like, oh, you could put a bedroom up here. You could put your enclosures and stuff up here. I really don't think you guys understand this ladder system. Do you know how look at, I'm a small human. This is such a narrow staircase. We can't get anything up. Like furniture, there's a reason this is still really empty up here. I love this room. There is so much potential in it. But not as much potential as some of you guys think. We can't put big furniture up here. We can't put anything that isn't in pieces up here. I've had to steal Dan's desk because that was supposed to go up here and it physically can't fit up the stairway. So now I have to buy him a whole new desk to replace it, and we have to build it in the attic. And then it'll have to stay here forever because we won't be able to get it back down again. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's your update for now. I'll see you guys, if I don't break my neck on this staircase, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!